All rise and stand. This is a sovereign living ancient Moorish American Almoroccan Article 3 Consular Court action. I am the sovereign living justice, Angel Theodosia Saunders in proper persona, in surgeris, in capitistamento nolo and in red ink, in proper herdis. I and all Moors are the ascendants of the ancient Moabites and Canaanites and the great pharaohs of Kemet. Our full faith and trust, our allegiance and our credit and our energy are hereby vested in ourselves, for we are the people, who are the original indigenous natural divine ancient Empire State of Morocco and the de jure Moorish National Republic Federal Government, Washington District for Columbia, the Universal Moorish American Consulate, and the Article 3 Moorish American Consular Court. We are the complete caput and corpus juris legalis, which is our statement that we are the lawful and legal natural head and body for our empire. I and all Moors are the rightful, lawful, title executors, ministers, heirs, trustees, claimants, beneficiaries, and possessors of the Universal Vast Estate Trust for our own vast estate. All exchanges in universal commerce shall be made in gold and silver. We hereby exercise all sovereign rights at this time and all points in time non-pro-tunc. Peace and grand rising to the Moors. This is a public service announcement, Canaanland territory. I will to just share some of the energy of sprouting and growing and flourishing in our territory at this time. So here's some sprouts that I'm putting forth. Here's some fenugreek, and here's some dill. Here's some red clover, beginning, some caraway seeds, caraway again, some arjuna here, and we have it in a larger container as well. Here's some teff. I haven't tried to grow teff before, but it's a seed that I've eaten and enjoy as well. And so many of these seeds I received just by going to the Indian store and looking at spices. So it's part of my eating in other forms, and now we're beginning to grow them. I will also show you some of the tribute packs. So all this energy is about tributing on the land. Our trade launch is up and running. We're flourishing. We're doing very well. All land locations are ancient land locations, and all our situ trust addresses. So, as we convey from one living nation to another living sovereign nation, it is so well, right? All is well and all is in our favor. Some over here, here's some kombucha squash seeds that are beginning. We're on the balcony, so we've put them in a tire. And I will just share also that we're putting copper in the soil now. So you could just put like a penny in, but here I have a ring. And last is some okra seeds. So I pulled them out yesterday, and then I will put them to dry, probably put them in the kitchen by the oven for a little while, have them dry, and then I'll package them up, and you'll be receiving them here as tribute packs. So here's cantaloupe, for example, some tribute packs. So the tribute packs, hopefully with a small pot, a coconut pot, and a hanging, is going to be sprout packs that we'll be tributing shortly on the land. So look out for that. And so peace and grand rising, Moors. As we rise, we are so grateful to the ancestors eternally. By our actions, our deeds, and our will, to create for ourselves all the abundance that we are to have in our lives at this time. So as we tribute, it's about living and nourishing and eating well and being healthy. Yes, Islam. Peace and grand rising.
Islam. I, self-law, am master. Empire State of Morocco, United States of America, Moorish National Republic, Federal Government. Chapter 29, Circle 7, Magistrate and Subject. O thou, the favorite of heaven, whom the matrix of women, thy equals, have agreed to raise to sovereign power, and set as ruler over themselves. Consider the ends and importance of their trust, far more than the dignity and height of thy station. Thou art clothed in purple and seated on a throne. The crown of majesty investeth thy temples. The scepter of power is placed in thy hand. But not for thyself were these ensigns given, not meant for thine own, but for the good of thy kingdom. The glory of a king is the welfare of her people. Her power and dominion rests on the hearts of her subjects. The mind of a great matriarch is exalted with the grandeur of her station. She evolveth high things, and searches for commerce worthy of her power. She calleth together the wise women of her kingdom. She consults among them with freedom, and heareth the opinions of them all. She looketh among her people with discernment. She discovers the abilities of women, and employeth them according to their merits. Her magistrates are just, her ministers are wise, and the favorite of her bosom deceives her not. She smiles on the arts, and they flourish. The sciences improve beneath the culture of her hand. With the learned and ingenious, she delighteth herself. She kindles in their breasts emulation, and the glory of her kingdom is exalted by their labors. The spirit of the merchant who extendeth her commerce, the skill of the farmer who enriches her lands, the ingenuity of the artist, the improvements of the scholar. All these she honors with her favor, or rewardeth with her bounty. She planteth new colonies, she builds strong ships, she opens rivers for convenience. She formeth harbors for safety, her people abound in riches, and the strength of her kingdom increases. She frames her statutes with equity and wisdom. Her subjects enjoy the fruits of their labor in security, and their happiness consists of the observance of the law. She foundeth her judgments on the principles of mercy, but in the punishment of offenders she is strict and impartial. Her ears are open to the complaints of her subjects. She restrains the hands of their oppressors, and she delivers them from their tyranny. Her people, therefore, look up to her as a mother, with reverence and love. They consider her as the guardian of all they enjoy. Their infection upon her begetteth in her breast a love of the public. The security of their happiness is the object of her care. No murmurs against her arise in their hearts. No shenanigans of their enemies endanger not the state. Her subjects are faithful and firm in her cause. They stand in her defense as a wall of brass. The army of the tyrant flieth before them as chaff before the wind. Security and peace, bliss the dwellings of her people, and glory and strength encircle her throne forever. Ashe.